Hello, everyone, and welcome to In the Know 360, show hosted by me, Annette, the warm hearted warrior diva. This show gives you insights on the journeys of high achieving business owners and music artists who share with the audience the importance of building a strong community of like minded individuals on the road to greater success. And tonight we have an artist from the DMV. And for those that don't know, it's DC, Maryland, Virginia in the house. CoupeDaze, welcome.
Hey, what's up? What's happening?
Thanks for joining me tonight, sir. Let's see if we have people popping in. I'm sure they're going to be popping out, like Rizzy says.
Pop out.
Pop out.
Shout out to Lizzie.
Yeah. Shout out to Rizzy. She's the busy queen, just like you, sir. Wow. Yo, holding the DMV down. That's what I love.
What we doing?
So the first question is, who is CoupeDaze?
That's a tough one, man. Like, in my eyes, everything. Hope. Mainly hope. That's how I put it. Like, just providing a space for people to feel comfortable, be themselves, and be inspired, to work towards something in life. That's what my music is.
Okay. Yes, I remember, but there was a song. It was "Don't Wanna," and we'll play it during the show. But that's how I first was intrigued about it. I was like, wait a minute, I really like this. The music video. I was like, I really like this song. Who is this guy? So that's
Cool.
Oh, it looks like okay, pretty of course 35 is in the house. What's up, CoupeDaze?
What's happening? Virginia.
And then what's up, Annette? Thank you so much, Queen. Appreciate you for your support. And oh, it looks like there's a bunch of people coming on.
That's the
Marga.
wife. That's the wife right there. You know she in here.
Salute. Hi, Mrs. Yes. Mrs. CoupeDaze. I love it.
If you don't know,
and Master Yo, free Master Yo, y'all. He's on Instagram. Thank you for joining us, King. Appreciate you. Okay, so with that being said, let's take it a little bit, in the younger days, right? When you first said, I think I like this music business. What age were you when you first started, your journey?
like serious business or just the simpler things like I want to do music. That about 9. I was 9.
9. What attracted you to say that? Like, was it the drums? Was it an instrument? Was it?
It was the culture because it was a different time and rappers really rap. Men were men before the extra stuff, but mainly my cousin. Shout out to Monte. I looked up to him like a whole lot, man. He rapped and he allowed me to come in one of his little room sessions. That's how I got my setup, but it wasn't quite as advanced. It was a different time. And he had this little drum machine, and his man was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. He was like, he saw me looking at it. I'm like, and he's looking at me. He's like, go ahead. You wanna? So I start making the beat, and his mouth dropped. Like, how you know how to? Natural. He kept the take, like the drum track. He showed me how to record it, and ever since, his beats, bro.
Wow. Okay. So you started off with like the beats and then you progressed into the singing perspective or
Sing
production.
rap. Sing rap. The singing thing was a little later. But it's not really singing. Singing for me is more like, I don't know, holding note, melodic,
Okay.
Peace, comrade. Shout out Fanatic in the building, bro. Dope artist. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for joining us. Okay, Baltimore DMV, stand up. I know that's right. Hey. Let's see, what does he say? Me and Heather Marie are watching. Okay, thank you so much.
Man, peace,
Appreciate you.
God.
Cool. Okay, so the beats, and then you progress into the hip hop artists like rapping and then singing. Were you like, because I believe well, you have like a sultry type of voice, right?
Mm,
There's this one artist that came on and he said that music soul child was his thing. Like he, that's where his lane, or one of the artists that kind of like helped formulate his lane. What artists, or like old school, new school, who has inspired you?
mm. Let's see, man. Inspiration goes back far. Like a lot of people might laugh, but Frankie Lyman, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Like that far back. Temptations, Luther,
Yeah.
um, a lot of soul, a lot of, and then as it progressed, the Jay-Z's, the Nas, Kevin Gates before Kevin Gates right now, you know what I'm saying? But
Right?
it's a mixture. Young Dro,
Okay.
huge Dro
Oh
fan.
yeah.
Huge Dro.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I like, how about like Jagged Edge and Boys to
Yeah.
Men? Yeah, yeah, that are
Jagged
straight
Edge, I
more.
was in the middle with. Like they had like my favorite Jagged Edge. Let's see, gotta be. That's my
Oh
favorite record from them.
yeah, for
Nice and
sure. Okay. How about like any blues, blues artists?
BB King. I can't
Okay.
off top. That's what comes to mind. BB King. Miles
Okay.
wait, Miles Davis? Miles Davis, the trumpet player. Louis Armstrong.
Yes.
Louis, is it Louis Armstrong? Yeah,
Hmm.
I think it's
Yeah.
Louis. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I listened to Billie Holiday. She was like one of my favorites.
Okay, no brainer. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's been a
But
long week, but you're right.
I was like, who is this lady? And I'll let you know, because I don't think she was given like a lot of flowers back then. I was okay flowers, but I think she should have been, her accolades should have been out there. Besides the ones that we know. Okay, so that sounds good.
Well rounded, well
Yeah.
rounded. Musically, it shapes who you talking to right now. Bunch of
Mhm.
culture.
Right. Speaking about culture, right? So growing up in the DMV with your roots in Trinidad and
Mm,
Tobago, how have both environments shaped your sound and identity as an artist?
Well, shout out to Mama. You know what I'm saying, Miss Black man. It shapes the sound because, like her, adapting to America, it was a hard transition. But it's like once you get it, you solid. There's no duplication. It made me tough. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Shout out to moms. And that's how I
Yeah,
define my sound to be able to be smooth. Like how he do trap rap here and then he's on melodic and island hit. That's my mother.
that's so
They're
dope.
playing
Shout
all
out.
them reggae. La 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 la. You know what I'm saying? The Marley, all that.
Yeah, shout out to moms for real. To the queen. Uh so your single Don't Wanna Run, right? Went RIAA certified gold and pulled over 700,000 streams.
That's
What do you
crazy.
yeah. What do you think resonated most with the listeners?
I think music is a lot more, it's complex, but it's a lot more simpler than we make. And it come down to just being relatable. Like everybody feels alone. Everybody feels like they don't have light on them. They don't have a voice. So, when I was writing and producing that joint, it was just like, hmm, I want to do something to make everybody feel great. All
Mhm.
ethnicities, it don't matter your color, your background, if you hood or you suburban, everybody can sway to this. That's my wife's favorite. Like she ain't here. That's her favorite to this day. Favorite
Mm.
song. She won't let me live it down. Shout out to Miss Porter.
Yes, ma'am. Shout out to the missus for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, like so okay. So the simplicity of music, that is so true because it comes natural, just like your talent, right?
Mm,
It shouldn't be a struggle. If it's a struggle, maybe you should go
yeah.
cook or, go fish or something else.
Like you ate too much cheese, man. You get what I'm saying? It should be quick. Not, you quick. Like that's how I feel about music. If you got to overthink and it take you like you sitting there and you just cramming and even with the beats, the pad, nothing's finished. Like you start, but you don't. It's crazy.
Right. Go get
Go
some
to the
prune.
next one, bro.
Go get some prune juice. No, let me stop.
Yeah, go get some prune juice. Squeeze that thing out. Like for
This
real.
this is set facts. I know that's
Big
right
facts.
for sure. Okay. So the song, right, has a clear island inspired vibe. How intentional was the Caribbean influence in that track?
Like I said, I wanted to. How do I put it? I wanted everybody to feel a certain way for the better, but it was again, it's my mom. Like
Yeah.
she has this thing with me because I calmed down over the years with music. Like as far as yelling, I was real aggressive, had a lot of anger built up.
Mhm,
So my music reflected that. But when I calmed it down and slowed down,
mhm.
it was crazy. And she would always tell me, like, it sounds cool, but why is you always yelling? Like, why you can't just be smooth? And I'm like, I got you, ma. Just give me some time. I'm gonna come with the right one. And I played that for her and my wife. And that's how I knew I had one. Cause my mom's a tough critic. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? One, she don't listen to rap. If she
Uh-huh.
likes your song, you gotta hit because
Mhm.
she don't play that. So I was like, okay, they
I
gonna
can
like it, and they did it. 700,000 plus. You see,
yeah. And I can appreciate your mom and the missus for chiming in because let's the ladies has like
mm.
oh come on. We're the one that's buying the merch, right? I mean, I'm not trying to be biased, but I'm just saying,
Nah,
you
you
know,
telling the truth. Fellas like, hey, bro, you got the 2 for $5. I'm like, bro, it's a $30 shirt. What
shoot.
you mean? Like 2 for $5.
To
Is it
yeah,
95?
be like, okay, here's my credit card. So
Man, what?
hey, we'll buy all the merch. I mean, I'm just keeping it real.
Tell them
But
bring it.
for sure. So you're not your album, right? 90s, 2000s, Fanatic
Fanatic.
blend. Yeah. Old school vibes with
Mm,
modern trap. Mm.
mm.
What inspired that concept? And how did choose the featured artists like Cameron and Future and Hellrail?
Hell Rell was very organic. Shout out to Hell Rell, man. Don't sleep on the boy. He got bars. He's still going hard. I'm gonna put that out there first and foremost. Hell Rell is still dope. He stamped what I did, man, and I just respected it. And I had a record that I was sitting on, Pox Revenge, and I'm like, how can I put a spin on this to make people pay attention? Put a New
Mm,
Yorker on a West Coast, put a Virginia guy from Virginia talking about as Pac as if he was alive right now. And
mhm,
that's what I did. Like I told it in a different perspective. The New York guy, like his point of view, if he was Pac in New York, from my perspective too. I'm just like, that was a genius play, bro. And with it, you know, you gotta put it back out, man. It should have got some crazy flowers, but it's today's climate and music, man. It's real. It's funny, but it's a dope song. Like a dope song.
yeah, like, I remember when Pac was always frequenting Baltimore, obviously the DMV. He was always in Baltimore. I say always, but there's some influential perspectives So
I
don't sleep
mean,
on Baltimore now. Yeah, the DMV.
nah, I'm out to I'm trying to get on another gig out there. Surely you might see some follow up.
Okay, okay, for sure. I
Hmm.
can't wait. I can't wait. So when you go to the studio, right? What's your mindset like? Do you start with like your beats? Like, what's your flow, your process?
Well, it's crazy because I've written songs before, like driving home. It's gonna sound crazy, but like every light, every 4 bars. By the time I get home, I got the song. So I'm like, let me go mess around with the drums real quick, then the melody, then the bass, and that's it. It's accessible. Everything's right here. Bounce that over, email it to me, put on my
Mhm.
other computer, hop in the booth,
Hmm.
turn it off.
Well, you sure you're
Quick.
not look, you sure you're not a Leo? Sound like
Man, my
sound like
daughter
a Leo
is.
thing.
Nah, I'm a Taurus gang, man. Taurus
Right?
gang.
I can't look, I lost count because I had so many. I was just telling you earlier, we had so many Tauruses come on the platform. Like, well, it is Taurus season, so
Take
but
over time.
I'm
Yeah.
like, interesting. And it was I wanted to do like a shout out, but anyway, shout out, happy birthday, belated birthday, soon to be birthday to everyone, Taurus, and because that I would be on my live too much to wish a happy birthday
Mm.
for each individual. So I'm
You
shouting you
handling
all out.
business, man. You ain't got time to tell everybody, look, happy birthday, everybody. We back to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Ex-
Yeah.
Exactly. So as a producer and an artist, how do you balance the dual roles?
It's to me, it's like you got it or you don't. Get off the pot. If you ain't finna produce, like it's a natural thing. Look at her. My husband is a prodigy. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. But
for
it just comes to you. So it's a synchronicity thing. For those of y'all that don't do it, you could be sitting here right now and you might have a drum rhythm. As you
sure.
got the drum rhythm, you in the rhythm. That's what they say in the island, the rhythm. And then everything, you don't even, sometimes I don't even finish the beat fully.
Hmm.
Like as I'm making the beat, I'm writing the song at the same time. So then I'll structure the song. So when it come time to bounce it down, all I gotta do is press record. Most people gotta wait. Oh, I don't got a hook. Nah, all that done. The beat done. The words is here. Like it's
Wow.
simple.
Wow, that's
Mm.
amazing. Yeah, not a lot of people can do that for sure. You know,
Mm.
it takes a special person like yourself to do it. So, and
Damn.
yeah, exactly. I was speaking with another artist, and I'm like, I don't even know how. Like, it's just that's a lot. That's a lot of things going on. All I can think about is like a person that's performing with plates, like you're holding plates or balls and you're spinning the plates at the same time singing. And yeah, that's you
That's
guys.
a wild analogy, but it makes sense. So like that's a creative one right there. I give you that.
Mhm.
But I mean, it is. I mean, sometimes like everything in life, we all have dry moments, but for most of it, I do so much of it that when I have a dry moment, I don't gotta work for a while. Cause when I do it, it's in bulk. So it's like catalog deep. And it get to
Wow.
the point to it's like you walk in a store and you like, I'm gonna try that red dress. I'm gonna try that purple. That's how my music is. It's a closet and it's a mood for everything. So like when I want to release this month,
Hmm.
do I want to add to this or do I just want to pick from the already? You know what I mean? But that's work ethic though. You got to work hard in anything you do. My mom's always instilled that. And me and
Mhm.
my little brother, like, if you're going to even be a janitor, be the best janitor you can be.
For
And that
sure.
mentality shaped my drive right now, what I do.
Mhm. The missus says, like I said. For
Mhm.
sure, for sure. But yeah, I definitely the work ethic and the consistency I think are with anything in life. And to me it's like when you do one thing is how you do the next thing and how you do everything is that from based from that one thing. You know what I mean?
You nailed
So
it.
but yeah. So how do you stay authentic, right? While adapting to this fast changing, oh my gosh, sound of today's hip hop and all these genres, which there was an artist that said, I don't really like the term genre because it's like confining you into
Yeah,
one, specific thing.
I don't.
Okay.
Just that simple. Like I check the temperature to see like the current state, but I have
Mhm.
my chosen group of artists from the old school to like the early 2000s. Some very little of today, not much. It's not much that no cocky. It's not a lot of people that make me feel something. Yes, sonically, it sounds good, but what did I walk away with? That's like eating real food and McDonald's. McDonald's is good right now, but you're gonna poop it out, bro. Like that. That's how I feel. I mean, it comes across. It could come across arrogant, but it's not a lot of people that make me feel something. And that to me, that takes out the heart of music. Like there's groups of people currently that I rock with, but not a lot. Hmm.
Yeah, you definitely, brought up some really I'm sorry. I'm sorry we hear the background. I just like any household, right? We have family. We have family. I'm
Man, look, I'm in the man cave right now.
right.
The stew.
I so let's see here. Well, you're not just an artist, right? You're the CEO of like Dream Reality Entertainment. What's the vision for the label?
What's the word?
The vision for the label.
Vision, like I say, generally is to make everybody feel comfortable, provide a platform for the youth eventually if you meet the requirements, your sound, your drive. I've tried signing people, I'm not gonna mention their names. It didn't work out. So right now I am Dream Reality. You can't mess your brand up by yourself unless you mess your brand up. And I honestly, unless it's my brother, shout out to Ivory Black. He played the piano. He sings amazing. Ivory Black, remember that name. Um, or like close family. I consider family. I'm not signing nobody, bro. I done
Mm,
took too many L's. I'm good. I don't want the headache. I am Dream Reality. Me, my wife, my brother. Cam ain't directly, but Cam, Ghost, like the immediate group. You know what I mean? And if it's not them, it's not a reality. It's just a dream.
wow. That
Mhm.
yeah, that's so true. Yeah. Um, what can you say as far as like, because it's like ebb and flow. You come into connections with people. But what advice would you give to folks from your experience? In that type of situation.
Of being like crossed, like,
Yeah.
like a double cross. Yeah, coming where I come from, we handle things a little differently, but I wouldn't recommend that. I would just say, remember, reflect, and move forward because everything in this world, this universe has a reaction. So if you react negatively, that reaction can cost you your freedom or your life or somebody else's life. Because if you value music as serious as I do, it can get real. So don't put yourself in a position somebody wrongs you. You remember and you move forward and you pray for that person. That's what you do. Or if it's in a situation where it's legal and you can get them with the get back for what they robbed, get a lawyer. Don't resort to yelling. You don't talk to them. Just move forward, man. Best piece of advice I give.
Wow. Yeah, no, that and that's handled in a civil manner, and for me, I'm spiritual, so I'm like, well,
Mhm.
God got the will.
You do.
And it happens to work out for the best. Sometimes things happen, like it's like a test, or well, test a testimony, or like um leveling up, right? Because there's always a breakthrough once you go through that stuff.
You have to go through. I tell everybody, even the people a little younger than me, they looking up to me and I want to get in this magazine too. I'm like, bro, it don't work like that. It's humble beginnings. I'm not saying you have to starve, but your typical story of a starving artist is starving. You got to be willing to see and feel and hear stuff that your average person don't hear. Seeing is envisioning. Hearing is hearing your music on the radio before it's on the radio. Touching is reaching out into the universe and touching the life that you manifested. And you have to do those three and you have to go without. There's been times in my past where I didn't pay a utility bill because I had to connect. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but it's really that deep. Like you gotta believe that you believe, and everybody is against you. Jesus was, crucified for his belief. As an artist, I'm not saying you God because you can never replace God, but it's kind of like in his light. People are throwing stones at you, like, man, get a job, stop. And you gotta weather that storm and stay straight, stay focused. Cause they'll get in your head. The devil send people too to take you off your purpose. And if you don't know your purpose, or you know your purpose, but you let somebody talk you out of it, we know how that ends.
Mm, that's so true. And it's all about discernment, and it's really interesting, right? Because then when you think that everything is smooth sailing, and then there's distractions that are coming in, hence the my kids upstairs on the down low. Look, y'all don't know what go on like behind it. What I'm saying, behind the camera. I'm just keeping it real because I mean, this is real reality.
Dream reality, but this is reality.
Right. And so, like when you're focusing and you're getting all the bombarded by distractions, just life, and you're like wondering what is going on? Is the full moon out or what? Because you know
Preach.
that's what I'm going through right now as we speak. But hey, it is what it is.
It could be tonight. You never know. That full moon. According to my wife, full moon coming. We don't sleep too good.
Right? The
Like,
show must go. Like the show must go on.
the show must go on by any means.
Oh my gosh. So, what advice, right, would you give to indie artists trying to build their brand while staying true to their craft?
Hmm. Trying to build a brand, but staying true to the craft. Like, what we talking? Like this? Like merch?
So, like who you are, because see, I hear this.
Identity?
Yeah, because see, sometimes people think, oh, just find a niche, right? But technically, that's
Oh,
not really well. My personal
authentic.
and that's opinion. I don't think it should be the niche. I think it should be you, because you are the brand, and
Mhm.
whatever you're selling, it's your personality, it's your character. And if somebody really likes you, they'll buy your stuff, or they'll come on the
Yeah,
show, or they'll,
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, but then
By any
it
means.
goes like you had to like the person too. See, it goes both ways.
You gotta be. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. You can be as talented as you want. If they don't like you, man, you ain't going nowhere. I'm just telling you,
Right?
like,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the old school thing, kind of. Oh, he's lyrical, he's dope. The beats hard, but like you in this climate, you gotta be likable. It's crazy, it's sad, but it's just You can't run from the truth. Like, I don't even want to drop names because that can lead to other things. But there are rappers out there that you hear the music and you're like, oh man, it's amazing. And then they open their mouth in an interview and you just the turn off button, like, bro, I don't even know I'm finna support them. Like, he a square. Like, bro, you're Dr. Doodle. Like,
Mm, mm,
I don't that comes back to what you say. See, once you start an identity that is not authentic, you are
mm,
forced to maintain that. And if you can't maintain it, it comes out in the interview. But you cannot shift who you are. That's the best brand you be yourself. I don't
mm.
understand why they sell this false narrative like, yo, hold a gun, pop a pill. Like, have you ever did that in your life? Like, really? No. You live in a good neighborhood. Your parents have a lion's gate of gold. What are you doing? Like, there's a guy that says started from the you leave that alone. Started from the bottom, we would. Whew.
Oh man.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's a conundrum because you want to show, well, not everybody wants to show their authenticity because there's so many layers of the onion or the mask, right? From the COVID mask to the gas, I mean, whatever mask you're wearing at
Pooh
this,
Shiesty.
at this moment.
The Pooh Shiesty and the Predator. Jeez, like, I don't know about that mask, but the COVID mask, yeah.
But like so what do you think about, let's say for instance you like the music, right? But then the artist comes on and they talk to on a podcast or show, and the only way to push their music is by getting these interviews and by getting into the magazines and such, right? But if
Correct.
you're not a good spokesperson, what do you think, what do you suggest? I mean, of course, there's like speech courses, or you could just hire someone to do their speaking for them, their PR. I don't know, like, because
That's lame. I'm
but some
sorry to
people,
cut you off. That's lame, bro. That's not what we talking about. Is being authentic. If
right?
I just giving my PR no, man. Like, you gotta be able to maintain yourself and have restrictions and not get too charged to say the wrong thing to put you in hot water. Like, man, it's crazy, bro. Well, I'm finna pay you for PR damage. Like, I ain't got nothing damaged. I ain't putting myself in no position. That's, you feel me? That could have been marketing for the radio. Now I didn't just pay you 50 grand and shut me up. Like, you if you were raised right, shout out to my mama again. We all have our moments where we kind of get mad, but if you got the spotlight on you, yes,
Mm,
you're a human being, but think about it. There's
yeah.
thousands of people trying to get to where you at, and you let one person out of billions trick you out of position. Say it with me. Devil, why did you stay on my neck? You feel what I'm saying? I don't ever take it off. Showering all, working all. Watch that joint again when I get home. Don't take it off. You need to
Mhm.
walk in light, bro. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's so
Yeah.
true. She says, "Be true
And
to
your
yourself."
power.
Hmm. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
That's for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Peace.
It's one thing, let me cut you, but it's, yeah, one thing to everybody says, I know it's kind of cliche, be authentic and this and that and the other. But if a person's lost or they never had any
Mm-hmm.
grooming or training, how do they know what their authenticity is? You know what I mean?
That would
Like,
be great. If they lost, they ain't got no training, they used to holding guns, you might want to pay that 50,000 for that PR damage that we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not to laugh at it. It's not funny, but to make light of a serious situation, because that is an issue. People that come from poverty or lack having parental guidance.
mhm,
There's help for that. Like, all jokes to the side. Like, if you don't know who you are as a person, I am not God, you not God. But what I can tell you is they don't teach us that growing up in rough neighborhoods. But at some point, you can't use that as an excuse. You got to be grown. You an adult, and you got to analyze. Like, wait a minute, I'm moving weird. I'm off. I need help, and you got to take the first step to transition to that person you want to be. And I don't care what nobody say. Can't nobody do it for you. Even if you go for help, you still got to be willing to. You got to let go of that trauma at some point, and that's all that is. I can relate. I know. I
Yeah,
know. It took a while, but with due diligence, hard work, belief, blind faith, you will overcome it. You will.
that's so true. And it's the therapy. I think, I mean, a lot of people think it's therapy is not for the macho people or the ego gets it into the way in the way rather, and I think that it's needed, whether it's talking to a third party, a professional therapist, whether it's talking to someone you trust. you know um I think it's needed because we all need a vent, right? Or writing it down, right? Writing it in
Everybody don't
your
want to
journal.
listen. Write it down. Stand up on the side of the street with a sign, help me, whatever works for you. But acknowledgement is
Mhm.
the top dog right now.
Right.
Acceptance. You know what I'm saying? Accepting there is a problem underlined, boldly underlined. This
Yes.
era, I call it the crash out era. I'm being honest. We had it hard in the sense when we give our stories. I had to walk 5 miles in the snow. But
Right.
a child in this era, man, something as simple as taking their phone from them, they're done. They don't know
Yeah.
how to live. They don't know how to go outside, scrape their knees. They're
Mhm.
zombies. And it's
Yeah.
sad. It's not funny, but it's like we used to really drink hose water. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
don't come back until the lights go down type.
Mhm.
Like journeys in the woods. Like,
Yeah.
where is that? Where is that at?
Yeah. It's a different. I remember when I was in college, I was so excited to go to the library to get on the
Oh,
computer to go on my Hotmail account, and they had like the dial up, you had to
oh yeah.
so you click.
AOL.
Yeah, you had
Like
to
that, like, yeah. That was a terrible time. I remember though. Mm.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, everybody was waiting at the table because they had like maybe two computers because it was like super expensive back in the 90s. So you had to wait in line to get like to check your email. And now it's like, oh, I got my phone. I don't even shoot Alexa and Siri be telling me, hey, you got some emails or whatever.
It was a wild time. Like I said, we
Yeah,
were outside, but everything wasn't what it is now. That's the beautiful thing about this era of technology, being able to reach to your fans,
yeah,
um, getting your merch like out. You used to be able to do it back in the day, but you used to have to mail it yourself or it was complicated. Now there's none of that. You create your designs, slap it on your page, wait and collect. It's easy now. Same with
right.
your music. Drop an album today, be out 7 days, pre-saves. Now the only thing that I miss like dearly about rap, man, is waiting in the Sam Goody lines and the malls and
Mhm.
the audit. I mean, they still kind of do it, but it's just not what it was. It meant something to go to the mall and like Snoop Dogg there. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Now it's like it's this. Not that this is bad, but it's just like they took away the personal. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And that, besides culture, the influence, what you put into it, it meant a lot. They got rid of CDs, the
I
booklets where you
know.
can open it up, see all the credits, all the fancy little cheesy pictures sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Now it's just a flat out, bam, that's the cover, bam, stream it. Come get that. Like, it's nothing personal no more.
Yeah, that's so true.
Mhm.
I have to say though, there's this one guy. I mean, they're still doing the CD selling. I didn't have a CD player. I think it ended during the time when he was selling me the CD. I think
What?
yeah, they still like sometimes you'll see like someone promoting their stuff.
I'm saying what to you be a part of our era and not having a CD? Girl, what is you
I mean, no,
doing right
no, no, like my car. So when I upgraded the car, I did have the CD player. I had to do the connection with the the gas lighter. I had
now? Oh
to find
no.
a portable one, because they
Yeah,
got
I know
rid
what
of the CD in the vehicle. So, but I actually gave him like $15, to help him out.
listen, hear me. My car still have a CD player. I'm sticking to my roots by
Mm,
any means. Like I am a hip hop, rap, whatever fanatic.
yeah,
Like I still got the CD book.
right.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? That's the move.
yeah. There's certain
Mm,
artists that I kept close to me, like Maxwell and Sade. Well, Sade, of course. Prince, like
go
I had
feel it.
all their CDs, Fuji's, you know.
Oh man, what?
I was so heartbroken about, but you know how the industry is, like when Lauren Hill and they,
Man, look,
I don't know what
it come
happened,
down to
but
one thing. I know what happened. I'm not afraid to say it. That was Clef's fault. Like
Mhm.
the reason the Fuji split is because I ain't gonna go too deep, but it's Clef. I'm a huge Wyclef fan, but you got to call real for real. Prize went on record. He spoke about it, but could have been amazing as a group.
Yeah, that's so true. Mm-mm-mm. But she does some shows, I think now, which is good. It's just really interesting. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to you. So
Who
you're a father, you're a husband, you're a fashion designer. Like, how do you balance all these roles, especially, with the family, without compromising your artistry?
it never, I'm gonna be honest, it never compromises the artistry. That's never the only person that can take that away is God. My mama can't take it. I love her dearly. My wife on here, she can't. It's just knowing you, man. Like finding a mutual balance. Sometimes it gets hard. There are days where it might be 3 days where I'm locked in this booth.
Right?
Just going because when it's sent to you, you are supposed to deliver it right there. You know that saying hot food is the same with music. Like if it hits you, you as an artist should put yourself in a position to if you need to drop something right now, you don't gotta wait on nobody. Call somebody, you wait 2 days, sometimes a week. You didn't lost that emotion. That's out.
Yeah.
So balance is just number one is having a partner. Thank God for my wife that understands when to fall back. He is in creation mode. People,
Hmm.
you pop my head in here. I love you. You okay? You need something? Nah, babe, I'm good. All right, I see you in an hour. Okay, come back. You need something again? Nah, I'm good. And then I'll try to like cut myself off because that's kind of messed up. You go too far, but I try to keep it at a reasonable, an hour to three kind of range. Take out 3 hours a day for myself and just do as much as I can do in that 3 hours. Now, if it's conference calls, that's another ball game because now we talking big placements, the
Hmm.
requirements, what kind of song. What I'm saying? It can be dragged out. It can get real. He said, I support my husband on God.
Yes, ma'am, for sure.
Uh,
Well,
mm,
I'm a veteran, so it's like deployments, right? At least it's only
mm.
3, 4 hours, or maybe a week, but it ain't a year. It ain't, you know what I mean? Like,
This
time,
is forever,
time, right?
ever, ever.
Exactly. And it's like, well, you can't really do anything because you're, being summoned. It is what it is. They gotta either understand or don't.
Righteously, but yes, summon. Yeah. Put that out there real quick. Don't get no signs, y'all. Like we good, but it's definitely challenging. Even though I say it's not, like it comes natural, but like we're human beings, so naturally you want to do things, and sometimes you just can't. And that's why I said it really takes a special person
Mhm.
when we start talking about this, that to get that, because it's not normal. I tell people all the time, like, to be an artist, you gotta be delusional. I don't care what nobody say. You gotta see stuff that nobody else see. You just
Yeah.
gotta know, and you look crazy because the chances are slim. You could be
Mhm.
great, but it's not in your cards. And you just gotta believe in your heart that it is. The world's not gonna change that. Slam the door in my face. I'll be back in an hour. What you mean? Like,
Right? She says
eh,
he takes me wherever he goes. LOL always needs wifey. I know that's
oh my
right.
God, she is marketing. See, that's my little marketer right there. Like,
You you go, girl. Hey, I ain't mad at
wow.
her.
Mm,
For
mm,
sure.
claimed.
So fatherhood, right, influences your music. How do you move in this industry, especially being an indie artist?
How do I move like among the wolves?
Basically, yeah.
So an important thing I learned is you don't follow other people's drums. You are the drum. So it can only affect you if you're not authentic and you're trying to copy out somebody else's way they got in or the way they
Mm,
move. It doesn't affect me at all. I pity
wow.
some of them. To be honest, even though you might have the big bread, I got the big piece and I'm
Yeah,
respected.
right.
Period.
Yeah, it's you hear a lot about like the whole and it goes also not just in the music industry, lane, corporate America, government, like it doesn't matter if you're not at a luncheon or if you're not at the after work kumbaya sessions, you know what I mean? When
On the
you're like,
outside.
I saw it. I've been here for 10 hours. I ain't trying to see you anymore for the whole day. I'm just keeping it real. Like I love y'all, but I got my family and my kids. They
I
waited for
think
me.
so. Too.
I'll see you tomorrow when I clock back in.
That's what I said.
But
It can get tricky though. It can, you know. But
yeah,
it takes a warrior to deal with that. I got double swords, man. I'm ready. What's up?
okay. All right. I'm thinking about One Piece now.
One
Zoro.
Piece.
Zorro. I've been watching One Piece for with my kids. Like we're big anime and DC and Marvel
Okay,
fans.
I
Oh,
dig it.
look, it
I got
looks
a
like
friend
we.
right now.
Uh huh.
Sauce Boss. He Sauce. Shout out to Sauce Boss. Anime freak, bruh. Like
Mm,
knows everything. So he put me. I've known of it obviously from childhood, but in the past he's put me on the things like, this ain't that bad. It's pretty cool.
yeah, you're
Shout out
missing
to
out if
Sauce
you're not
Boss.
watching. Yeah, shout out to him for sure. Yeah, what do you call it? It looks like a lot of people are joining. Brace Busy, thank you for joining the God
Grace,
Supreme.
hold on. Grace, you said Grace,
Oh,
Grace.
oh no, Brace Mizzy. He's another
Okay,
artist from
okay, okay, okay.
Memphis. Big Croc Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you. Coloso. I'm sorry if I'm chopping up your
Wait
name.
a minute. Colossal Music Group.
Kalash
How you spell it?
Coloso. Okay. Kalash and then underscore KOLOSOY.
I was
Coloso.
about to say, if it's that colossal dude, I'm just gonna put it on wax. I don't rock with him. I don't even know why he
Oh.
here. If that's him, I don't know if that's him. But if it's the colossal, I know, buddy, leave. Like, no.
Okay, looks like thanks for joining Queen, the vegan Queen Cherie and
The
Jumpman.
vegan queen. That's my
Yeah,
dog. Shout out California.
right.
Hey. Uh,
Cool. So let's bring it back. Let's bring it to the Coop World Podcast, right?
ooh, interesting.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Um, fans, right, it offers like fans a deeper look into your journey.
Mhm.
Uh, what inspired you to launch it, and what's been the most impactful topic that you've covered so far?
And I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Like I know I'm a truthful person, so I can't. I don't have a specific. I put it all together. You know what I'm saying? Like every episode I did have its own meaning. You got there was one with Rude Jude, I remember. That one stuck out the most because that was my first big guest. We
Mm?
talking like, our era. Was it Jenny Jones? You remember
Oh yeah,
her?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The crazy white dude that did the antics, that's Rude Jude. Shade 45. I got him
Oh,
on my show. Like that was crazy. Milestone of Dirty Diana from New
uh-huh.
York, rapper. She got traction, still has traction. So I don't know. I think it was just God. Like I felt like I just need to speak for people. I ain't have no reason. I just plus, with the music, you gotta have multiple hustles, do different things. So I've always been the type to structure things for when things pick up. It's already there. Why go backwards? You get on now. Now you want to start a podcast. Even if you're not relevant in the podcast from a year to year, it's still there. You can always come back.
Mm-hmm.
So get it early. So when you
Oh yeah,
get to where you need to be, it's just to turn the button on. You ain't got to really build nothing. Same with the merch. Go cop that on the
right,
website. Shout out to but
right.
hey, it's simple, man. Don't make it hard.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and dive into some of your music, and let's show the website first, as we're talking about that.
Ooh,
Yeah, his website
mm.
is dope. I was doing some critique before
I'd say I
before we
felt
got.
that energy.
I
You
was like, oh, okay, okay, you did a
can
really stellar
see
job here.
all that Instagram as I post in real time. So if I post something today, you gonna see that on the website too. I like the way I linked it. It's more personal.
Hmm.
Business too though, but
I like it. So I take it that you like marble, like you like this is a black, looks like my old countertop. It's like black and
oh,
gold,
like granite kind of
and red.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's showing my age. I know.
I like it.
Yeah, I liked it. It was simple. It was to the point. So I'm like, I'm gonna use this.
Okay, it looks like you have the YouTube channel, Coop's World. I did peep that as far as like it looked like a retro type of and I have a video
Pixel.
that I want to show to the audience too so we can talk more about it.
Okay.
Um okay. Well, everybody make sure you tap into CoupeDaze, and that's CoupeDaze.com. And it has all these beautiful, I like the way you did it.
Hmm. Yeah, content
Very
on man. You gotta stay. It just made it easier to bridge everything instead of you jumping back and forth and you got to keep updating. Like no, embed your posts for when you post something today, it shows there. Now, I'm not sure of how to do the Facebook part yet, but we're gonna get to that. Like it's up there, but I mean, like how I did that in real time. That's pretty cool.
mm-hmm.
See everything.
See everything posted. I know that's right. I like it.
Mm.
And I like the scroll, but the scrolling way. Like I mean, tabular is nice too, but I like this process. Okay.
It's much easier, less work. This era don't like to work too hard to find stuff. Make it easy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know?
This is very nice. Well, I think oh, and I
Birthday boy.
like the background with your picture on there as well,
Hmm.
and your bucket hat. Okay,
Yeah. Bringing it back.
right. So now everybody knows how to tap in with him. Let's play this one song, and it's called Whoa. I was
Whoa.
like, when I first listened to it, I was like, wait a minute, why is he bringing
Mm-hmm.
me? Why is he bringing me back to my army soldier days? Because the first time I'm dating myself, the first time I listened to this song was at the non-commissioned NCO. They call it the NCO club, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's like a dance club on base,
On
and
base.
right on base in Fort Myer, right here in Virginia. If y'all know,
Oh,
if
this is bad.
Fort Myer, I used to live in the barracks.
Nobody.
So now they don't have the barracks, so they tore
Mm.
yeah, they tore all the barracks, the Navy, the Army and Air Force barracks down so they can expand for the Arlington Cemetery. For those that
Wow.
don't know,
That's
yeah,
wild. Okay.
yeah, they tore everything down, but they still
That's
have
got
the
work.
bowling alley. Anywho, I listened
Not the
to this.
bowling.
Yeah, they still got the bowling alley there with that greasy food. Is good, but
Mm.
not for the
Bad
heart.
for your health.
Right?
Bad for your health.
Not for you.
Don't do it. Just don't do
But if you're gonna do it, just make sure you put some miles in, in the
it.
gym or something. Do like a mile, I don't know, in the neighborhood.
Something.
Something. Drink more water. Let me stop.
Drink more. That work too.
Right? All right. Let's go ahead and hit it.
Whoa.
Dream your
Big facts.
reality.
Yo, pump my back, man. Excuse my cock, man. It's Mr. 703.
Man, cut that out, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. You don't really want no wild life. People ain't getting it from me. Keep my name out your mouth, don't you mention me. I put my work in here to make some history. Talking like the real him, now you ain't convincing me.
Hashtag take over, real in my head. Blame about the skrilla price tag on your head. You holler get him, that's the mission, nigga. Keep my hand on the swisher in the Bible in the dash.
I live by the code, nigga. Fuck you, pay me. Joe Blow ain't here, cause a nigga try to play me. Let the fold here fly like the 4th of July, baby. Like the 4th of July, baby. Yeah, this me, that is something you will never do. I'm fresh kush, bring the smoke, you niggas residue. Hands out, I'm the cash cow. Don't you ask me for money, my nigga really need to ask how. Pro fool on the Pro Tools, I get here like the Jets, so my mind flies out of here. I'm out the water like fishing gear. I got drug bars, watch me whip it, whip it. Yeah, I got dry, so my dreams, I'ma drive through 'em. Your dreams need some growth, dog, my nigga weighs your ruler. I spit death bars, this track, not a sound, bumping freeway is I line them up and shut them down. Broad Street bully with the bars, I am Devo now. Boy, I go silly with the kush, I got Steve-O's wild. Put the pressure to the paper, that's the stamp, ho. If they ain't told you yet, boy, well, I'm the man, though. Red dot on your flag, that's Japan, bro. A grown man, I ain't puffin' on no young bro. Talk a while, cut you up, NPC sample. They say, Coop, you go hard like I know, bro. I reply to them as something that I don't know. Like a groupie that don't fuck, that's a no-go. Ever heard of nerds get cleared? That's a no-show. Now I'm feeling like that nigga song, I done shit it on him. Tryna stack money, never settle, need more bread. Girl got a smart mouth that's deep on the bone. Keep my name out your mouth, don't you mention me. I don't really bump, dog. I don't really bump, dog.
Hashtag take over, real in my head. Blame about the skrilla price tag on your head. You holler get him, that's the mission, nigga. Dead. Keep my hand on the swisher in the Bible in the dash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Woo! Talk about some chills. Monster Yo, yeah.
Whoa. Popcorn. Yes,
Popcorn.
sir.
That's right. That's right. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it's lit. Everybody up in here. It's definitely a film. It's definitely a movie. That's for sure. Okay, looks
How
like
how
okay.
how many we going in though?
I
We
know.
going in. We going in, going in.
You want to? Okay, okay.
We can play
Like,
one more. We can
like,
play one more
whoa.
for 'em.
Okay,
You
okay.
gotta hit him with that Pop Smoke video. Now so you got me kind of hyped. Like I'm getting a reaction now. Now they, you know what I mean? Cool.
Uh-huh. Let's go
I
ahead and
dig
do
it.
it. definitely gives me chills every time I listen to it. It hits differently, from like
Mm,
the OG sample. You really
yeah,
went in this one. And it takes a special person to do it because not everybody can do a timeless piece.
they
Not
ruined.
everybody can do it.
They definitely can ruin that last one on the right with the red jacket. That's your best friend right now.
Right? Oh my goodness. Okay, so which one we doing? Let's see.
That
Uh,
pop smoke. We
yeah,
gotta,
Pop Smoke, this one.
yeah.
I saw that earlier. I peeped
Uh,
some. Let's see. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go.
There's more commercials.
Pop my shit, I bang. Johnny my trick like dang. Roaming the streets with my gang. Suicide doors on the range. Just like shit like whoa. We gon' bake that, we gon' bake that, we gon' bake that, we gon' bake that, we gon' bake that. My hustle legit, no scammer. Pull up the range of the Beamer. Getting this shit and I'm dripping in sauce. Damn, that's so Polynesian. Hitting your bitch from the back, stabbing it hard. Julius Caesar. Spending this paper, no reason. Spending the hundreds, rapping. This lifestyle I'm living, like I'm sentenced to treason. She wanna fuck with my chain on. I'm calling that resex. Stick and I move. Don't follow no rules. I do what I want. I do what I do. You do what you can. You do what they choose. Since I was a child, was fresh off the stool. I do what I want. You do what you can. You do what they choose. I'm fresh out the stool. Pop my shit, I bang. Johnny my trick like dang. Roaming the streets with my gang. Suicide doors on the range. Plus my shit like whoa. We gon' bake that, we gon' bake that, we gon' bake that, we gon' bake that, we gon' bake that. Dog, pop smoke, pop smoke, pop smoke, pop smoke, pop smoke, pop smoke. Dang, pop smoke, pop smoke, pop smoke, pop smoke, pop smoke, pop smoke, pop smoke. Better bellow up, it's finna be a car summer. Finna hit this road, shot that I'm a wall runner. I'm a young thug slime, I don't need gunner. Young fly, flashy in position, motherfucker. Class is now session, tell little baby listen here. Finna reel them fishes in, off the boat with fishing there. I'm the champ, I'm number one. Mike Tyson up in here. Niggas say they want that smoke, I pop my smoke all up in here. I'ma go get a pepper steady trapping through the air. Yeah. I'ma go get a pepper shorty trapping through this hey. Pop my shit, I bang. Johnny my drip like dang. Roaming the streets with my gang. Suicide doors on the range. Plus my shit like whoa. We gon' bake that, we gon' bake that, we gon' bake that, we gon' bake that, we gon' bake that. Dog. Smoke.
Hot smoke. Hey. Hey.
Oh man, that energy! You just like, and I want to play some other songs. I don't know if you have time, but there's two other ones I wanted to play. But man, the energy you came, you were like no hold bars.
You
Like,
gotta
you like
Jekyll
came.
Hyde. I do wanna this one's more serious. To get serious on, serious note. We had a situation, we lost a family member through the police. You know what I'm saying? And I promised the other family that I would use every platform within my power to tell his story. So first and foremost, rest in peace, not to be a downer, but to my cousin Terry, man. Great dude, great father, Southeast DC, man. Police did him dirty. You definitely got to play Southeast tragedy because we got to raise awareness, man. We
Yeah.
got to do that. You know, life is short. It's got cut short, and we can't get that back. So
Mm,
he got to live through me now. He looked up to me when he was alive, and every chance I get somewhere in an interview,
mm,
the last one I had, I threw it in there. I'm gonna keep throwing it in there because they need to know that they messed up. So
mm.
you know,
Okay, let's my condolences. Let's go ahead and play that. Let me go in here. One
I was
sec.
thinking something. It should be. It's like a blue. He got a white jacket
Okay.
on the graphics and blue background. Yeah,
Let me
but
see.
it's for me to show now. You got to see hype me. You got to see bars. Now let me show you why I'm an artist. Let me show you me telling a real deep story, like versatility plus to shine light on my cousin. So
Mm.
yeah, it should be there though.
On the video section or
Yeah,
the videos. Okay.
let me see. Wait, is it videos? No. Playlist. I'm sorry. Go to try playlist. No. Mm, I would just type it because I think it's
Okay.
definitely it's streaming. So I
Um.
would
uh,
CoupeDaze Southeast Tragedy, and that should come right up.
oh, there it is. Okay.
Definitely worth it though.
This one right here.
The bottom, the next one. Let me see. Yeah, that one. The next one, the blue. No, not that one. The first one, the first blue picture of him. Yeah. I think that's it right. That
Okay.
should be it. It's full. How many minutes is saying? Let me see. That's it. Yeah.
17.
Southeast Tragedy.
Mm.
Pete Terry, y'all pay attention, man, because it could happen to your family. You got to know how to deal with it.
Mm.
Again, hope, telling people how to cope. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
Broke the story at 5 o'clock. The man accused of shooting the officer was shot multiple times by police and killed. Our Carl Willis is in Southeast where this happened with new details just released.
The streets don't love us no more. The streets don't love us no more. The streets don't love us no more. Our people don't love us no more. Look, I've been dealing with this pain since a pee-wee. Took my whole life for no reason. Damn. A young black man just trying to be a father, and now the life they live is looking harder. You tell me about some struggle, you tell me about the pain. Man, let's talk about the law. They harassing us again. How many years we repeated, living life through this bullshit. It's questioning my mans, we don't be knowing. Shit, I had a gun, now they try to ruin me. Obviously, don't be quick to judge, you got to know the whole story. Said I've been about the action since a shoulder never ran, never snitched, nobody never put their hands on me. I had the biggest heart, I had so much of life to live. Ask me for the shirt up off my back, I'm quick to give. Lord, I got so many questions, why you take me from my kids? Southeast DC, man, I had 4 kids. Just got legal custody of one of them, but from all of them, you took me. I can't even lie and blow my mind, this hit is crazy. And not my mama mourning, another man down, this annoying. We need to change the narrative of the story. My children is my legacy, through my children I live on. To my brother and my sister, love you both, so carry on. You know how I got down, want both of y'all to be strong. Lost fam so many times, damn, I'm like my mom wrong. He was a father, a cousin, a brother. They took you from us, man. I pray for you. I pray for your family, for peace. I pray your kids don't have to face the same fate. I'm torn up, man. I can't even talk. That you face. Real talk, man. Southeast tragedy. You leave behind. Sister, Ronnie, brother, Jelante. I know you proud, smiling down on us with your brother jamming, man. Auntie Mary, hold your head. The streets don't love us no more. The streets don't love us no more. For your baby, they need. The streets don't love us no more. Our people don't love us no more. You gon' live through us. Yeah, just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Um, it's I try not to. I try to hold my tears back. There's sometimes you just have to let it out. It's just it's
You
still a
do.
crisis. It's still a crisis, out here. It's like an epidemic, really, if you think about it, that's happening on a daily basis, unfortunately. And I'm glad that you're coming on and you're showing people, hey, we need to go ahead and do something. And you're the voice, to make a difference. A lot of people, just in general, they don't, want to speak up, or they don't want to show like the reality, right? The real life events that occur because of whatever the case may be. Maybe they're scared of, like,
It's definitely fair. It's we program to not go against the grain. Rest in peace, Terry. But it's just it's an unfortunate situation, man. It's like you got to speak up,
yeah.
and if you of God, there's no fear in Jesus. You can't be a soldier for God, but you scared of regular life. This is just a small. This is nothing compared to what he got for you. You're gonna be fighting demons, man. Like real time. So you gotta stand in your power and you gotta speak on what's right. And if God sees it to go opposite in the wrong way, that just means he got a plan for you. But you can't be scared. And I'm speaking on it. Like,
Mhm.
great dude, man. Like, it's crazy because he's like, the last time I talked to him, he was like, man, I'm proud of you cuz you're doing music. He was rapping. He's like, I'm
Mm.
trying to get like you, cuz. So I finally got in position to where I can sign him. Like sign him. And
Wow.
this happened. So it's like I made a promise to myself, bro. I don't care how old this song get. I don't care how successful all the other excuse me, 700,000 whatever. This is still a priority. Yes, I might have a agenda to follow with the other music, but I'm always gonna throw this song in. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's 10 years from now. I'm gonna make the public open their eyes because we know we just don't do anything. We don't
Right.
do anything. And the little things that we do, there's little to no impact. Like, wake up, get out there, be active, bro.
Yeah.
If you can't get active in the streets, get active online.
Yeah.
Y'all can watch what the latest fad is, but y'all losing people, and none of y'all is strong or got the courage, the muscle to make
Mhm.
a difference. And if you get taken out by it, again, it's just it's what he got planned, but you can't be scared. There's no fear.
Mhm.
So, you know,
That's so true. You know, that's why, well, with this, and I usually say in the end, but definitely unite, showing love for those that are in need, that don't have a voice. And that's why also I feel like it's my mission to create a safe space for people to come on and talk about anything you're going through, whether it's mental health awareness, or whether it's heck, a win, right? We woke up.
yeah,
We woke up this morning. We're breathing this air, like,
always a win. There's always a win to wake up. Um, we all strive to be financially good. But the main goal should be, number one, to wake up healthy, and
Mhm.
number two, become a better person daily,
Yeah.
even if it's just a quarter of an inch. Be
Hmm.
better than you were yesterday,
Yeah.
because you got situations like what I just played. His time is up. He don't got no more time to be better, be great, be the best father he could be. Like, it's over, son. And
Mhm.
it's real out here. Like, it's just, we got to do better, man. You ain't got to be perfect. I'm not saying get on the records and preach, but I mean, we just got to do better. Our focus is messed up, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure. That's why, like I think an artist was saying, I think even my dad before he passed away, he was like, don't bring me flowers when, I'm dead. Bring me flowers while I'm
When
still,
I'm alive. Amen.
know?
Yeah.
So, but the thing about it is like your kids, right? We get so busy with our day that we don't take time to we're a hugger. We hug, family that gives love that way. So I make sure that, I grab my children and I just hug them and kiss them because not trying to get teary eyed, but you
Nah,
just
that's
never
what I bring out of people, man. When I say the people's voice, I don't mean that out of arrogance. I mean, I have a purpose. And when I said that I want to make a difference, your reaction, and there's nothing wrong with it, clarifies that I'm on the right path. The fact that you can take somebody up and down, you was just turning up. Then it was like, okay, this one. And now it's like tears. I study people. DMX, rest in peace, was one of them guys that
yeah.
can turn you up and then make you bawl. It doesn't matter if you was a thug, anything. Like, I model myself after them. I look up to him and Pac. Them two right there, if you can capture this kind of emotion, you can't ask for nothing better, because you can really make somebody happy, or you can make somebody sad, but in a good way to reflect and remember something or somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm emotional too. I'm an emotional guy, with my heart on my sleeve, so I get it. It hit home. It's still sensitive for me, I'll be honest. Like, my family, they know about it. It's just I found peace in knowing that I know he watching me. I know that he loved music. Like, love. He just never got his full, chance to really do what it is I'm doing. And I'm sorry that I couldn't help him sooner with that. But what I can do, for him and his children is keep his memory alive with this song. And I got more of them. And I'm going to keep hitting them until they wake up. You know what I mean? See, I'm not in my head like, okay. Now we don't even know Terry, but we want to know Terry.
Hmm.
Who is Terry? What did Terry stand for? You gotta use your platform, and God gives you your ability to use it properly. If you don't use it properly, it can hurt you too.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
not here to play with it. So, you know, that's just my take on it. Again, great kid. I know you watching me. Rest in peace, cousin. To the family, I got y'all. My family, I'm gonna do as much as I can on my platforms to get his story out. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
Yes. And thank you for, sharing that, his story. And because a lot of, you know, let's say Les Brown says that fear, right? Because of fear, your all your dreams will go 6 feet under. And the um most expensive real estate is the graveyard because
Mhm.
all the dreams are buried now. You know what I mean?
That's well written. Like he yeah, I ain't got much to rebuttal with. That's deep.
Yeah. So Wow. Um, Thank you for no, like, keeping us aware, and also for me, I'm not perfect, but I do my best to be mindful. And it's okay, to change the narrative, right? Because us growing up, we were taught, like, you can't talk back, you can't say anything, but you learn as you grow. And it's like, you have to change the narrative with your children
Starts
because,
with you.
yeah. And growing up, I didn't really have a childhood. I had to all these responsibilities. So I promised myself that I was going to make sure that they were this independent, little young people to have a voice, right?
Amen. Yeah.
Because, man, you learn so much. You learn so much from your children. And I say this
I
because,
believe.
you just embrace them, right? Show them the love, because once they grow up and become these adults, and that's why we say, we want to break these generational curses or whatever. But yeah, it does start with you. And it
Mhm.
starts with creating a safe space, creating love, right?
Mhm.
Joy. Because we didn't have that. That doesn't mean that the future generation can't have that.
Thank you.
And then it helps because then, like, you are empowering them,
Mhm.
because when
That's
you
a
don't
part.
foster that empowerment, it's like I wish I had that growing up, because I probably would have been somewhere else. I'm not saying I'm grateful where I'm at in life, but would have been somewhere else. You just never
Understand.
know. But
That's what the
without that backing, that foundation, that strong foundation, it's like they can conquer the world. They can do anything, you know?
I could be a president, even though we know what it take to be a president. But it's just the principle to plant that mustard seed. That's honestly why, like, besides therapeutical reasons, why I do music. It's because, like, you see how I was like, oh, and then I can turn it off and get serious and really deliver, make you feel a certain way. The power in that period is like, it's not a power trip, but it's an amazing feeling to know that you can make ripples like that and just change people's lives, especially if you do it right.
Hmm.
And you're not out here just pushing a narrative to sell some records. Like, it's organic. You are truthful. You might have saved somebody's life, bro.
Hmm.
That's why I say they in it. A lot of people's in music for the wrong reason. It's all financial gain. Of course, I want to make money, but this is my gift. Like,
Yeah, yeah. You know, and the whole thing, I get it, like the numbers, the number of streams, the number of views, the number of whatever to get monetized. But at the end of the day, it's like, let me give you an example. Like, if your child is, say, I'll bring it back to the kids, but and they're like reaching out to you, right? But you're on your phone and you're, oh, I got to post this and I got to do this and but they're trying to get to you because they want some love, they want some attention. That right there, they don't have the attention right there in that moment. And so guess what? Now they feel like a failure. Now they feel like they've done something wrong. So that carries on to adulthood. And then you wonder why we have anxiety, we have all these depression, we have all these different emotions going on. It's because it started with not being one and one with your
right.
child, not, what I'm saying, giving that attention. That
Mhm.
1 second, that 1 millisecond, that 2 seconds, it don't matter the views. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
real. That's real. Like, man, listen, you notice, my wife can attest to this. You notice I only mention my mother, right? There's a reason for that. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
leave that there. But I
So,
pray for that man, you know. Like, hey, we not perfect, but you gotta know when you're doing the wrong thing as a person. It's not yet it's an interview, but besides music, you got to live real life first.
yeah.
And you gotta live it right. And like we say all the time in this interview, what you put out in this world, you shall receive.
Hmm.
to an
Yeah.
extent,
Amen.
but I put out hope. I put out good content. I'm not arrogant. I like to educate, and I consider myself a healer.
Mhm.
And I don't mean that to be no funny boy with it. Like, sincerely,
Mhm.
whether it be through music or just I step in the room and I speak to you, you gonna feel better when
Yeah.
you leave. Because I have no ill intent. I come
Mhm.
in with a good heart, so again, it all ties into music.
Yeah. It's really interesting because we're taught with societal norms and how to approach, right, conversations and how to act. But I feel like this, if you made a mistake, and again, I'm going back to the children. If I
Nah,
made a
you
mistake, I'm
right.
going to apologize. I would say, honey, I was wrong. Mom was wrong.
Mm,
I'll do better.
mhm. That's all they
Because
want. That's all.
they're going to emanate what you're putting out there, and then it
And
makes
it's
the
gonna
world a
hurt the
better place.
world.
It
But I
makes
was
the
just
world a
about to
better.
say, it's definitely gonna make the world a better place. But if the parent doesn't mend the wound that they might have applied, you can create a monster. Be very careful. This goes to everybody listening. Don't create a monster. Create love, create compassion,
Yes.
create kindness. Understand that your shortcomings from your parents that misled you doesn't define your kid's future. Be better.
Mhm.
Don't be bitter. I can't stand a bitter parent, bro. There's no worse thing in the world than to take your anger out on a child that didn't ask to come here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't
That's
want to
good.
get too deep because it could be touchy for certain people. They'll take it in, but if we go too deep, we might open some band-aids and they come out swinging like it's too much. But you
Yeah,
know,
I really, this is the funny thing. Like, I'll say interview, but it's really just a conversation that we're having.
life talk.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you because we all need to talk
Oh yeah,
and just, I
definitely.
don't know, just life or whatever. But going back to the channel here, um, you're known to blending nostalgia with innovation. How do you want CoupeDaze to be remembered in hip hop history?
I just want to be the guy that was, in a nutshell, selfless, not selfish. Like, yeah, he gave so much to the culture of hip hop, contemporary hip hop. He wasn't afraid to push boundaries when people told him not to, and it made greatness type. And then just a guy that was willing to literally show you how to go out there and get it. I don't just want to be somebody that made a lot of money. To me,
Mm,
that's great, but excuse me, like that's pathetic. Like, what did you give the world? Like,
right.
did you donate to like really donate, not just the fake donations and you take it back? You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like what did you do? And if you're not willing to give financially, what clinics did you hold
Mm,
that you didn't charge for? And you
yeah,
sincerely just wanted to help somebody, not because the camera's on. That's how I want to be remembered.
that
That's
is so
bigger than
true.
any check.
Aw, that's so sweet what she said.
That's it. That's it.
That's right. Definitely agrees. That's so true. And even when I say this, and we'll move on, but whatever you do behind the scenes, just make sure you do in front of the scenes as well. You know, if you're gonna say something, preach about it, just do it. If
Live
you,
by it.
yeah, stand on it. Don't, don't excuse what I'm saying, but blow smoke up your ass or my
Hey, that's the
excuse my
thousand. I keep it all the way. Forget 100. We do thousands here.
French. Right, right. She said, "You see why this is my husband?" Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
She just woo, woo, woo.
So let's move on to another um, video here. A couple, if you don't mind. I don't know. I don't want to keep you hostage because I know you had to go back to the fam and your
Yeah, got the I gotta make. I got one call. You know, been in drink. I'm a squeeze in,
one
but
more.
we can play one more.
Okay,
I'm a
okay.
Let me see. Let me think. Let me think. So you heard tragedy.
Yes.
That's real life. You heard Pop Smoke. That's raunchy club. You heard whoa, like hey, I rapped, but commercially bars.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I got so much. I just don't know. Just
We could, since we're talking about the children, let's do the don't wanna.
I want to run. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that
Let's
one.
end it on a positive.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. I need some positivity in my life.
Oh, this I've listened to this song many nights and many rough nights. It got me through a lot, and it's not just because of my record. It just it does that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit it.
Dream your reality.
Mm.
Life is too precious. I complicate it.
Shots fired 147 Maple Street.
Enjoy nature.
Requesting backup.
Appreciate love. But don't run from it. Because love fuels it all. For real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I don't wanna run away from love, from love. I don't wanna run away, no more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanna see the sunrise, sunrise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanna see the sunrise, sunrise. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, I don't wanna chill, wanna smile today. Don't wanna sit and soak in rain. I don't want no pressure that blow my brain. Wake up, I'm yawning, get fresh, and I'm gone. Talking with God, let me have my peace. With the world feel the same, I'ma grab my peace. That ain't the way, let me live my freedom. Hate yourself, man, I wouldn't wanna be you. Run away from love, from love. I don't wanna run away no more. Yeah, 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 yeah. I just wanna see the sunrise, sunrise. The light, yeah. I just wanna see the sunrise, sunrise. Look at that light, yeah. Look at that light, yeah. If you're tuning in to somebody you love, them life too short to hold on to grudges. Look at your partner, now look at your siblings, look at your friends, look at your parents. If you're tuning in to somebody you love, them life too short to hold on to grudges. Look at your partner, now look at your siblings, look at your friends, now look at your birds. Run away from love, from love. I don't wanna run away no more. Yeah, 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 yeah. I just wanna see the sunrise, sunrise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanna see the sunrise, sunrise. Right. Embracing the Lord, don't need no hate when he hard. So many lost in the dark, man, it be breaking my heart. Life, it imitates art. Yeah. So many things to be thankful for. So many things to be thankful for. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Lord. wanna see the sunrise, sunrise. Yeah.
Hey,
Wow. Well,
roller
I love
coaster.
that song. Yes. I feel all kinds of emotions now. I can keep, I can hold you just because, but I'm going to be respectful of your time, sir. But listen, I appreciate you. Are there any like shout outs you want to give tonight?
Number one, God. Hey, God, man, for giving this boy life, experience, the wife, my mom, my brother, Ghost, Cam. Man, I know I'm forgetting somebody. Top flight for them visuals, man.
Mm.
The Paradox, the producer of Woe, and hey, my media group. That's it.
Okay. And so, how has your experience been with Interno 360?
Hey, man, it was a roller coaster. I can't be mad. I'm Tupac. I ain't mad at you.
Well, I can appreciate you and my sentiments exactly to you and your family. I appreciate you for being on the show. And what upcoming events, collabs, releases are underway?
I have two projects.
Mhm.
One's an album, one's kind of like a summer shindig kind of thing to just throw out before the album. I don't want to give specific dates because things can change, but soon, real soon. As far as events, again, don't want to speak too prematurely, but I was added from that East to West tour.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the process right now in conjunction. I'm trying to see if I can set up some more dates, in the Baltimore, DC area. They
Okay.
had a joint in Queens, New York, but I couldn't jump out there. I got some stuff going on here with the music I gotta handle. But yeah,
Right.
we working. We outside.
Yes, we outside for sure. Okay. Well, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
I'm just moving my lips. I ain't even saying nothing.
Any advice you would like to give to the upcoming artists out here?
We said it. Be you. Stop imitating people, bro. Originality is the best policy. Like, we don't need another T-Pain. We don't need another Boosie Collins. We need another you. You're
Mm,
always going to get somebody to try to compare you to somebody, but don't make it easy for them to compare you to somebody.
mm.
Best advice I can give. Don't make it easy.
I love it. Well, with that being said, be sure to subscribe to CoupeDaze and Endino 360. Make sure you don't forget to like, comment, and share all the episodes at Endino 360. We're on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter X, and TikTok.
Mm.
I also want to give a shout out to Tony's Talk Showcase, Black Dynasty and Tea, Driven Paper Next Level, Warriors Talk. They're really dope, by the way. Beats by Your Boy, Crushed Ice Entertainment, Pretty of Course 35. I Said It, Mac Drama 1017 Brick Squad Records, King's
Oh, yeah.
PR, LOE Always, King TV, We Outside, like you just said. And please let's continue to support the Unity for Social Justice. Let's free Master Yo and all of our brothers and sisters that are in need of our support. This has been a broadcast of showing love full circle between NNO 360 and CoupeDaze, y'all. Thank you, sir. Have a blessed evening. Oh,
One more thing. I'm sorry. God forgive me. Experience TV, television. I'm a recent brand ambassador. Apologies. I got y'all. And that's all.
have a wonderful and blessed evening. Thank you to the
Right.
Mrs. And your children.
Of course.
Salute.
Salute. Salute.